My guest now for our Get a Job segment is Gail Cruikshank, Talent Director, Greater St. Cloud Development Corporation, and Renee Tyson, Human Resource Specialist from Geocom. Renee and Gail, thanks for joining me today.
Good morning. Thanks for having us today.
All right, so today we're talking about internships. Gail, why don't you describe what internships are and how they're key to success?
I would love to, Jay. An internship really is just any type of professional work experience that offers meaningful and practical opportunities for students or, frankly, anybody going into or exploring a new career. So it can be to help with studies. It can help really define that career focus for that student. And internships can come in many different formats. Again, many employers feel like, I just can't take on the responsibility of offering an internship, especially with COVID now. I've got all these other things I need to be worried about. But just know that an internship can be very simple, can be a micro internship, can be a specific project that you need help with, or it can be on the other spectrum of a full 6-month, year, 3-month, whatever that company is looking to do. And know that we've got tools to help you do that. If you haven't figured out how to perfect an internship with your company, GSDC has many tools on our website that can help you take it from start to finish. So it's just a great opportunity to really help provide that experience to our future workforce. And really, it's an awesome recruitment tool.
Well, and it feels like I remember doing a radio internship many years ago. And it gave me a glimpse of, is this something I can see myself doing? I mean, I think a lot of times people go to school for something, but they still don't know exactly what the job entails until you actually can live it and see others doing it. I always thought that was the biggest advantage of doing an internship.
Well, it absolutely is, Jay. And again, it's very true. You might do an internship and realize that is not for me. But that's a great decision and to make, because before you finish that education or finish that focus, a lot of times it helps identify what that priority is and what that really passion that you do have. And when I mentioned it's a really strong recruitment tool, I wanted to highlight, some of the stats I've seen is over 70% of employers actually offer a job to their intern. So what a great way to, as I say, drive before you buy or try before you buy. You get a chance to see if that person could be a good fit for your organization before you officially offer them a position long-term with your company.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good way for them to kind of get to know you and your work ethic and see whether or not you would fit with their company.
Absolutely, for sure.
Renee, let's bring you in. Why don't you tell us about Geocom's internship program? What do you do there?
It's important to us to support post-secondary schools and grow a pipeline of top talent for future opportunities. An internship program is important so we can be on the lookout for promising and potential future employees. We must be on the lookout early, or else we may lose out on invaluable employees and talent. We are also able to give back to the community and support our colleges.
So how are you able to get interns? How do you advertise? How do you get them on board?
We use Handshake quite a bit. Also just networking with the universities, and also just the pipeline of interns that I've been in contact with in the past. We also use like LinkedIn and social media.
Can you tell me as far as the types of responsibilities that interns have, and does it vary?
Well, it does vary with each internship. It could be anywhere from engineering, where they're help developing the project or the software, or testing it. Otherwise, it could be with our GIS specialists working with mapping, and anywhere into the marketing area, helping with our social media blogs, LinkedIn posts, things like that.
Renee, can you tell me, I know that you've touched on some of these things already, but can you tell me how a student were to get started if they want to have an internship with you?
The best thing is just basically, try following Geocom on LinkedIn, Facebook, reach out to me, reach out to career services, at the universities. That would probably be the best.
That's the best way to build.
One thing.
Sure, go ahead, Gail.
Oh, Jay, the one thing I was going to add is I know a lot of misconceptions out there with internships is like, oh, you have to be a big company. You have to have dedicated staff that is only working with our interns. And the reason I wanted to highlight Geocom is they're not a large company. They're a 100 plus employees in downtown St. Cloud, and they're able to have a very established internship program, which is really a key pipeline for filling their jobs. They've had great success with the program. So again, you can be a small company, you can be a large company, you can find that right fit that matches what your needs are for your organization. I would probably wager to say this is a large element of their recruitment strategy for their ongoing open positions.
Are internships typically paid, or is it unpaid, and does it depend on the industry?
Our internships are paid, and they are typically about 90 days long. But yes, they are.
Yeah, and we do recommend definitely that internships should be paid. There are some industries, particularly in the nonprofit world, that maybe that might be a little bit more of a challenge. But if at all possible, if you can offer even a stipend, if not an hourly rate, I think that is the least we could do for our students. I mean, they're giving up, working someplace else to get this opportunity. So I think if at all possible, we really do encourage employers to pay their intern in one way, shape, or form, whatever works for them within their industry.
Would you say it's even more relevant now with the worker shortage we're still dealing with?
Absolutely. Yeah, it is something, it gives you a great opportunity to get a whole different pipeline of talent if you haven't been doing it. And again, I even mentioned earlier, it's not all for students. I mean, even if somebody is looking to make a career change, an internship is a great opportunity, or a job shadow or anything like that, just to get a chance to explore in a different career that maybe you're not as familiar with if you're not a student as well.
About how many hours a week does an intern get with Geocom?
Under 29 hours, but typically they're anywhere from 20 to 25. If they're a student, we want to be flexible with their schedule.
Do you have any successes from the internships you've had that you'd like to highlight, Renee?
Yeah, our successes are, so far we've hired 15 interns this year, and we planned on increasing our openings in 2022. Our successes have been hiring the interns full time and watch them grow in their career. So far this year, we have hired 3 interns full time, and we just hired 1 part time.
Has things changed at all with the pandemic? Have you had to adjust anything to try to make things work?
We started onboarding remotely, and it's been successful. It's also benefits the student that they can, be flexible. They can maybe go to a class and they might have 2 or 3 hours off before the next class. They can hop online and start to do some work. So it benefits them as well.
Have you been able to, and do you have a lot of remote jobs that you do?
Now most of ours are going to be remote. Our office is fairly remote now. We are opened Monday through Thursday, and we have a few people coming in, but typically everything will be remote now, remote hires.
Does that allow you to start hiring people from out of the area then?
Yes, we have. Even interns, we've hired 1 in New Mexico, 1 in New York, 1 in Virginia. So we're able to expand talent to different states.
Yeah, that's crazy just to think about that. I mean, 2 years ago, would you thought that was possible?
No.
Well, and again, we talk about the fact that we don't have enough people to fill all the needs here in our greater St. Cloud region for the companies that want to grow. And what a great way to, again, keep bringing people to the region if it's If it's not physically, then it might be remotely. So that is going to be one of the successes for these companies that can pivot a little bit and think about how could they embed that type of situation within their work environment. We understand everybody's work is a little bit different, and certainly Geocom's, this aligns very well with remote work. But I would challenge all employers. I'm sure there are some roles within your organization that might work remotely, and this might be a great path to secure those folks, and then determine if it's in person later on down the road or if it stays remote, just really aligned with what that role is and what the needs are.
Renee, what do you look for in somebody who's going to work remotely? Because it's just so much different than someone who you can see on a day-to-day basis, and you can see what their production is, you can see what their work habits are. But if someone is working remotely, I suppose you can see what their production level is, but you probably don't get a chance to know as many details as you would have otherwise.
Yeah, we just make sure they have, a quiet place to work and concentrate. We use Microsoft Teams, so we're always available for questions. Some of them, they have it open all day so they can type something in. If they have a question, they can all work as a team. But it's been very successful.
Gail, can you tell me some more details as far as what internship candidates, employers can do, and some of the resources you have available to you?
Yeah, I would love to, Jay. Like I mentioned, if an employer wants to get started, or maybe they're having some challenges trying to figure out an internship for their company, GSDC has a wide variety of tools on our website, just greaterstcloud.com, and just go to employer resources. And we've got everything from an internship template that you can just kind of plug in and play and just adapt it to your specific business, or just resources and tools that can help you expand your internship. And then employers, like Renee mentioned, please make sure you're working with our post-secondary partners. Their career centers are wonderful, and they're eager to help you. So Renee mentioned Handshake, which is their job posting platform that is really posting jobs throughout the state. And so they, again, are looking to help find you students that would be a good alignment to your industry and what you're looking for in that internship. And, job seekers and students, I just really challenge you to get that work experience, because that is certainly something that weighs heavily on the selection of a candidate when an employer is hiring, is have they had an internship? It doesn't have to be with their company, but have you at least experienced one so you really do understand what that work looks like? And so, connect with your family and friends and colleagues and any connections you might have to see if you can connect with an employer that might be interested in doing an internship with you. Those students need to do some of that proactive search, as well as employers doing the search from their standpoint. So, and lastly, I'll just say, again, internships can take on any different form you like. There is no one size fits all with an internship. So employers, determine what works for you. Do you have one single project that's never getting done because you don't have a person that you can give that to right now? Or do you want to invest in an internship, a full-fledged one that's 3 months like Renee's? Or actually GSDC is looking for a 1-year internship in our world too, to help with our work that we have within our nonprofit. So again, there is a wide variety, whatever the employer is looking to get done and what hours they want to contribute. Like Renee said, theirs are like 20 to 25 hours. Some are full-time. So again, you can go the whole gamut, and really remote allows you to be quite flexible, or maybe it's a hybrid. So it actually has created some extra opportunities for us with internships. So just really do strongly suggest that employers think about internships. All of our jobs are posted. If you have your job posted, it'll be showing up on JobSpot as well. So if you check out stcloudshines.com, there's a number of internship opportunities out there right now, in addition to thousands of jobs available in our region.
Excellent. Very good. So stcloudshines.com, good spot to start if you're looking for internships or other jobs that are available. Renee and Gail, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Have a great day.
Thank you.
That's Gail Cruikshank, Talent Director, Greater St. Cloud Development Corporation. Renee Tyson, Human Resource Specialist from Geocom. This is AM 1240 and WJON. That's been our Get a Job segment for this month. And Gail will be back with us the third Monday of the month of October.